It's a Jim Cox evening.
Hi there. So we will open a finance committee meeting at 7:18 and start out with resolution 21R64. A resolution authorizing New Franklin to purchase a police cruiser and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage. Okay. Nobody here to speak about it. So we're looking to buy another car. We bought two in February. We approved to purchase two in February.
This is to replace the one that was totaled.
Okay.
That's what's going on.
So by being self-insured, is that it, or why
Well-
wouldn't the insurance cover it, or?
Well, insurance covers fair market value, we still have to buy a new one, so we're no different than the regular public. They
Okay.
pay the fair market value.
Right.
It didn't, I don't know what we got, but it wasn't what it was gonna cost for a new one.
Right.
And believe me, I racked my attorney brain for some theory where we could come up and come up with it, and it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So that's the extent that the law permits us to. But this is to replace it, just to keep our fleet at the same number that it was before.
Okay. I thought that was what.
And what we were lucky was that they had one in stock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really, really fortunate because you guys all know what's going on with
Right.
The price reflects that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price thing.
Substantially more than what we use with right now.
Yeah.
That's it, we usually what, 30?
Well, this has got everything, it's all.
It's everything packaged.
Yeah. This is still up almost $4,000 over what we paid in February.
But not much you can do.
No, we're just lucky we got one because they're already telling us that they don't know if they're gonna get any next year.
Yeah.
The dealers.
They are saying that, things
Yeah.
are
Because
terrible.
they can't get the chips and it's,
Questions? Comments? Wave to three. We have Terry's approval. Next one is Resolution 21R66, a resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds towards New Franklin's share of the cost for operation of the South Summit Dispatch Center by the South Summit Council of Governments and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage. And this is our usual quarterly participation fee of $128 or $128,293.56. Questions, comments?
I think you read that right, that there should be a song.
Oh, let's see. So it is resolution 21R65. Any other questions or comments? We'll have to wait to three on this. Terry, okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. And then, resolution 21R67.
66.
Too much punch?
That's the old
That's the
number.
old
Right,
number.
I know.
Cut you some slack on that.
Okay, there we go. A resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into agreements with Group and Pension Administrators, GPA as third-party administrator, International Insurance of Tennessee, IAT as stop-loss carrier, ELAP as metric-based pricing network, ProAct as pharmacy benefit manager, PHIA Group for subduration, overpayment recovery, and other recovery collection activities, PHCS Multi-Plan Network as physician practitioner only, PPO network, MD Live for telemedicine, and Payer Matrix as specialty pharmacy vendor for New Franklin self-insurance plan, and declaring that this resolution shall be effectively immediately upon passage. And this is something that we need to pass tonight because it renews October 1st. Anything you want to share with us at this time?
and I know Mr. Costa was with us when we met with all the insurance companies, and we've been talking, as you know, and council has dictated that we get bids, and we're in that process. We're not finished with that process. And so what we are doing, we're asking council to do is we got the proposal for the renewal. This renewal comes in at about 5.4% projected increase, which is not outrageous. It's kind of consistent with what we're hearing from some of the other providers. And they know full well that we very well may exercise our rights to withdraw from it with 30 days notice. So we're going to continue the process. We're going to meet again on October 4th. The healthcare committee will. We've got some follow-up presentations from some people that have already made a proposal. We may have one new entry. Then sometime, hopefully not long after that, the healthcare committee will make a recommendation to you as to what they think. It may be they say that they want to keep what we have, or in that event, we do. Well, then you guys decide if you want to follow that recommendation. They may come and recommend a different plan. And if you decide to go along with that recommendation, then we would give the 30 days notice to terminate from this. There's some insurance kind of things that we'll have to take care of claims that come in after the termination, but I think we're pretty well versed in those. And then the runout claims. And the expectation is that if we're gonna switch, we probably would be looking like right at the first of the year, if we're gonna go in a different direction. So we expect that this will be in place we are asking you to pass it tonight, so it'll be in place October 1st. And it'll probably cover the first quarter of this next 12-month term.
So as he mentioned, I was able and fortunate enough to be able to attend that meeting with the healthcare committee. And I thought it was quite informative. I thought the people that came to give their presentations and talk about their programs and other programs, they were very open and answered questions that we had just regarding insurance in general and not specific to their plan. And I thought the committee was engaged and very interested in what was being said, and really they had a lot of questions, good questions, and I think we're fortunate to have that committee put together and that they're people that really work hard at it. So, any questions, comments on this? And Terry, is it okay if we wait for 3 on it?
Sure.
Thank you. We will close Finance Committee at 7:25.
All right, thank you, Jim. Anybody else have anything they'd like to discuss while we're in committee? All righty then. I'll go ahead and call to order the City of New Franklin Council meeting this Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. We'll call it 7:25. Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Cox?
Here.
Mr.
Press.
Hargit?
Here.
Mrs. Jones? Present. Mr. Fetterman?
Here.
Mr. Hall?
Here.
Ms. Norris? Here. Mr. Stock?
Here.
I just want to let the press know if they want to move back to the regular table, you're welcome
Yeah.
to.
The cake tastes great right here.
Oh.
You don't have to pay me for being a
All present. Make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular scheduled meeting of September 1st, 2021. Any discussion on the minutes? Roll call, please.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Make a motion to approve the financials for August 2021, subject to audit.
Second.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes. All right, thank you. We'll move to our public comment. Please keep your comments addressed to council in under 4 minutes. All righty. Move into our legislation. Again, we have 3 first readings, starting out with resolution number 21-R-64, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing New Franklin to purchase a police cruiser and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 21R-64.
Second.
First, second roll call, please.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 21R-64.
Second.
First, second, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
All right, thank you. That passes 7-0. Move to resolution number 21-R-65, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds towards New Franklin's share of the cost for operation of the South Summit Dispatch Center by the South Summit Council of Governments and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 21R 65.
Second, roll call, please.
Mr. Hawk?
Yes.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 21R 65.
Second, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Hawk?
Yes.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
All right, that passes 7-0. Thank you. Move to resolution number 21-R-66, Kelly.
A resolution authorizing New Franklin to enter into agreements with Group and Plan Administrators, GPA, as third-party administrator, International Assurance of Tennessee, IAT, as stop-loss carrier, ELAP as metric-based pricing network, PROACT as pharmacy benefit manager, PHIA Group for subrogation, overpayment recovery, and other recovery collection activities, PHCS Multi-Plan Network as physician practitioner only PPO network, MD Live for telemedicine, and Payer Matrix as specialty pharmacy vendor for New Franklin self-insurance plan, and declaring that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon passage.
This resolution is assigned to the Finance Committee. We move to waive the 3 readings on Resolution 21R 66.
Second.
First and second, roll call, please.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
Mr. Hawk?
Yes.
We move to adopt Resolution 21R 66.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Norris?
Yes.
Mr. Stock?
Yes.
Mr. Cox?
Yes.
Mr. Hargit?
Yes.
Mrs. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Fetterman?
Yes.
Mr. Hawk?
Yes. All right, that passes 7-0. That takes care of our legislation. Moving into the mayor's report.
Okay.
Our favorite part of it.
Favorite part of the meeting. All right, even more favorite because I only got 4 items.
That's my
Aqua
most favorite.
is moving along, and we are getting some interest from some folks in contiguous areas and some not so contiguous who are interested in the water. And the way we're handling that, we have a notice up on our website, and we'll probably try to display it maybe a little more prominently. But meanwhile, what we are doing, and a good example is a gentleman who wanted to get it down there on, I think Sandra, way down the street. What we did was we contacted Aqua. Aqua did a cost assessment, and this is how it works, of what it would take to get there based on the number of households, et cetera. And then they say, here's the total cost, here's what the cost would be for each household. And here's a petition. And then they will ask what the lieutenant or champion or whatever you want to call it, to go and knock on doors if that's what they're interested in doing, and see if there's enough people. And, enough is, at least 50%, at least my understanding. I don't mean to speak for Aqua, but that's pretty much what we've heard. And I think, I got it in my desk, but the process, I think they're not only saying, yeah, we'll take water, I think they've got to put $500 or so down to confirm that they really are serious, they want the water. And then with that, then Aqua would then proceed with the project. So we got the assessment from Aqua on that, and it's on my desk. I'm gonna call the gentleman in and have him we'll have another meeting with Aqua so that he gets versed on how to pass that out. Judy, you had a question?
I do have a question. You said 50%. Do they give you a set number of residents that you need, and then you must get 50% that would sign up for this?
They gave there's a list of every resident on that route where they would put the water.
Okay,
Yeah. And then there's, the check for each one of them.
okay,
Check.
I understand, and I apologize, I just
No,
wasn't
that's all right.
following where you got 50%.
So we just had a gentleman come in today from Homeland, and he's interested. And so we're gonna follow that same process with him. We've had some people on South Crest, and we're gonna follow that process there. We had some people over on Wyam months ago. we followed that process, but so far we haven't heard back from them. So I think in these early stages of it, I think that's pretty much the way we'll try to follow, and we'll keep trying to get the word out. Hey, if you want it in your neighborhood, let us know, and then we'll tell you how to follow through. We are meanwhile talking to them about second phase. So the high school is interested in getting water, and there may be a chance to get it down there. And there's a number of public water systems still left over on that route. So we're in the process of putting together a grant application, once again, for the EPA, to see if we can catch lightning in a bottle twice. So we'll see. Citizens Advisory Panel met in July. We're going to meet again on October 7th. I'll be sending out the notice, and we'll get that group together again. And it's a vibrant group. They're interested in keeping up with what's going on with development and being able to share their thoughts and ideas. So that's going to be Thursday, October 7th at 6 o'clock, right here. That'll be the day after our next council meeting. The tennis courts, pickleball courts, as you know, that bid with the lights came in about $940,000, and that was a lot more than we planned on trying to spend. We thought that if it were a lower number and if one or more of these grants came through, that we could self-finance it and then repay it through Parks money, which is a good plan as long as we can self-finance it. But we went, I think the term Sue would use is hog wild on pay. No, you wouldn't. No, I think we spent some money, I think, very prudently, council approved, for paving. But it didn't matter because the bid came in too high. And we had not heard from either one of the grants that we have floating out there. So the process at this point, we're going to take on part of it in stages. We're going to do the clearing. The bid was good for 60 days, and that expired August 31st. So we're going to proceed with some clearing. And we're going to try to get the site, we're going to have the site cleared and leveled. And then we're going to rebid. And we think even visually it might look like a little more simpler project, but at least a portion of that prep work will be gone. We think, who knows what's going on with costs and pricing, et cetera, but the sense is that we'll get a better price bidding it in November or so the contractors can line up their work for next year. You know, we kind of came at them when a lot of their work was already lined up, but that was just the timing of it. So we're hopeful that we get a bid that's more in line with what we might be able to self-finance. And we still have two grant applications out there. One is the ODNR grant for $150,000. We have heard from them. They haven't made their awards yet, so they've been in touch with us. So we're hoping, praying that that would come through. That would be beautiful. And there's also the possibility of some federal money. So we made an application there as well for funding out of, actually I believe it's out of the first phase of the CARES, the ARPA money. And that's going to be followed by the infrastructure money. So we're in that radar, and we asked for a big number on that one, $500,000. So that would really be nice. So we're still hopeful that we're going to be able to start construction on that in the spring and have those ready, by late spring, early summer. And on that note, we've been talking about, we got bids for a pavilion over there, and that bid came in at $240,000. I would say a pavilion, but it was kind of I wouldn't say it was a Cadillac, but we wanted, there were going to be restrooms, there was going to be a kitchen and with the water and the sewer hookup. And we tried for grants on that. That was year before last, and we were not successful on that grant. So I've talked with the Parks Committee last night, and we're going to see about trying to build that ourselves. I put something on the website today. There's a real nice pavilion down at Lockhart. It was built by the people who live here. It wasn't built by the schools. It wasn't built by the city. It was, people pitched in and donated, and so we're putting a committee together. I've already talked to a couple people. I talked to a guy who's kind of a cement guy who thinks he can help. I talked to a guy tonight, he might have a contractor who might be able to help us with the whole thing. So we're gonna form a committee and probably do something a little more humble. And, you know, because with the baseball, people are saying, hey, just give us a cement slab with a roof over it and some picnic tables so we can get out of the sun and, you know, and maybe we can close off a little part so they can sell some candy. And I think that's pretty much what we're thinking about, the Parks Committee is thinking about, without putting restrooms there. Because when the pickleball tennis becomes a reality, that's gonna sit towards the southern end of that sister complex. And the soccer fields sit down there. And the youth football field sits down there. And that's quite away from the baseball field. And so we're thinking about maybe a permanent restroom structure somewhere in the middle of all of that, as opposed to adding it to a pavilion up there. So we think that may be doable and it could have some storage to it as well. So we're thinking about that maybe as another, maybe a year, 2 years from now. In the meantime, rely on the immortal porta pot. So,
That does sound good.
yeah. And we'd probably still leave a porta pot by the ball fields if we put restrooms down a little bit farther. But we think when this tennis and pickleball happens, we're going to have a lot of people down there. So we think that'd be helpful. And it's already the situation. If you're ever down there, and well, it's already happening. I'm sure the 8th grade and 7th grade football teams are playing, and when they play, and the soccer kids are playing, and there's no restroom down there. There's one way in the back by the soccer fields, but I see people wandering into the woods, and I think they're just taking nature walks. But so anyway, all right. And lastly, there is a light going up at Brill. Yes?
Is it up yet?
I don't know. You tell me.
I haven't been by at night. I don't know. They were supposed to put it up.
I was out there a couple of days ago walking by. I didn't notice it. I always look up at that pole.
She couldn't give me a date or time. It just,
That was,
she put the order in. So
2 days ago.
Was it dark when you were there? Do you remember?
It was noon. I didn't know it was a
It was going to happen. Yeah, no.
No,
It's going to happen. It's just, if it's not up yet, it's going to happen.
They're going to start with a small light
That's
and
scary.
see how it goes from there.
All right, well, yeah, Brian said they'll start with a small light. We'll see how that does. That illuminates. If not, we'll go with something bigger. That's all I got.
Ooh, that's all?
That's it.
Finance.
I really don't have much except for that we did, as I think I mentioned a while ago, we had a second audit that had to do with our OPERS and OPNF. It's kind of, our number that was pulled out of the box, and we got the one-time audit, and we passed out with flying colors as well, so we're really happy about that. And we just keep on keeping on.
Good job, thank you. Old business?
Have we heard anything about the rental? The
Short-term rental.
short-term rental?
Yeah, I have not done anything more with that yet.
Okay. That was easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Easier than you thought.
Yeah.
Are you working
Not
on
easy tonight.
any other old business? New business? All right, anybody have any questions for us out there?
Just a quick small one. Any news about the green trash consolidation?
Yeah, that has been, as you know, it passed here. And matter of fact, I just sent something to our attorney to check with Green on that because I was too late. No, I didn't quite have time at the end of the day to check Green's docket. But our resolution was sent to Green. There was about a 2-week delay, which was on me because I thought it had been sent ahead. So we missed one of their meetings. So we got it over there to them. Their service director said that they were going to work on that to put it on there to put it on their agenda for Green's approval. It's expected. We don't anticipate any, but I can't tell you if it's been passed yet.
That's okay.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. So it's in the pipeline, and we're still optimistic that it'll be approved. And then what it is then once it is, it'll just be a matter of us tweaking the contract for issues that relate more to New Franklin and New Green.
Thanks.
Thank you, anybody else? Executive session?
No.
All right, make a motion to adjourn. All in favor? All right, opposed? All right, thank you. Next council meeting is October 6th, 2021.